The government has flagged a potential freeze on the annual 2.5% pay rise that public service workers receive, and that does include nurses. It has angered the unions, who say nurses are working harder than ever during this pandemic, pointing out they've had to diversify and move quickly in the current environment and should not be asked to do more for less.
If they get this slap in the face, it's not a very big incentive to keep going to work.
The Premier today said the government had offered free parking for nurses and accommodation during the pandemic, but would not comment on the proposed wage freeze.
It's fair to say that our wages policy will officially be obviously considered by Cabinet, so we're going through consultation at this stage, and as soon as our Cabinet makes a decision on that, obviously we'll disclose that and make that public.
Around the world, nurses were honoured in a number of different ways for International Nurses Day. Social distancing restrictions did stop large gatherings, so instead police officers showed their appreciation with a drive-by at St Vincent's Hospital. Many others took to social media to say thank you and show their appreciation.
We say thank you.
Even the Prime Minister shared his thanks online.
Thank you. You were there for the patient. You were there for all of us.
Treasurer, 82 frontline New South Wales health workers have contracted COVID-19 during this pandemic. Today, on International Nurses Day, will you rule out freezing their pay?
Any decision that the New South Wales government makes over the course of this period of time, we focused on two things, predominantly, Mr Speaker, keeping people in jobs and keeping businesses in business. And I want to state that despite media reports, Mr Speaker, there has been no decision has been made in relation to our wages policy here.
The question relates specifically to whether you will rule out freezing the pay of nurses. Will you rule that out, Treasurer? It's International Nurses Day. Please rule it out.
Every job matters because every job lost could be someone who does not work again. Every job matters because it puts food on the table, it pays the rent, it pays the bills, and it allows men and women to provide support for their families. Mr Speaker, any decision that we will make will take into account the following factors: that our spending of taxpayer funding is fair to all people out there who have lost their jobs and had their pays cut.
Can you wrap it up, Mr Treasurer?